Let's do it.
All right, it's a free form rock podcast after show, bitches. And we got lots of shit to talk about. We got Travi Patty, we got the Mooger, D Fooger, and we got Jerry Supe, man. What's up, brothers?
Not
What's
much, man.
happening, guys?
What's
It's a
shaking,
sunny,
bacon?
warm Sunday here in northern Northeast
It's actually a
Indiana.
very nice day here, so I can't
Yeah,
complain.
it's
It's
finally there's not like oppressive humidity, and
Right.
I think the temp even feels like temperature is still under 90 or around 90. So
Yeah.
I'll take it, man. It's a beautiful day.
a beautiful day. Yeah,
Ugh.
man, I love YouTube.
Ugh.
I had to get that in. But man, shit, I was just reading on Facebook, Iron Maiden. Master of Puppets was rated the greatest metal album of all time. What do you guys think about
Wait,
that?
what'd you say? Say it again.
Me-
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
the Beatles.
yeah.
Metallica, Master of Puppets was named the
Oh,
best metal album of all time by Metal
well, you
Hammer.
brought up Iron Maiden. I'm like,
You said Iron
Yeah.
Maiden. That's what
Oh,
confused
I
me.
don't because I have Iron Maiden written above it.
Oh, okay.
My
Yeah.
bad.
okay,
I
so
mean,
Master Puppets
that's
is
not a
considered the
wrong
best.
answer. I mean, it's a great album. I mean, I think that's a very debatable and a very good argument for that to be one of the best metal
I
albums
like
ever.
Kill 'Em All better.
Absolutely.
Well, I like Ride the Lightning better, but I'm just saying it's worth an argument and a discussion. Yeah, it's not a wrong answer in my opinion.
What do you guys
Do
think
you
about
know
that?
who? Do you know who was asked to produce Master of Puppets?
Kermit the Frog?
Geddy Lee.
Get it, Lee.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Well, that
I don't.
I
Master of Puppets, man, it's a fucking
It
solid,
is.
solid record, man. No, I mean, ask me a different day of the week what's my favorite all-time metal record is, and it's going to change. But I think with the growing popularity of Stranger Things introducing Master of Puppets, which is just a hands down fucking classically written song, masterfully written song, and it just resonates with the ages. It doesn't age like most of their music. I think Jerry makes a point. There's a very solid argument that can be made for that being one of the best.
Yeah, man. I agree with that, man. If Kill 'Em All got me into Metallica, it got me into around the what is that Injustice for All era before I got into Injustice for All. My friend gave me Kill 'Em All. I've said the story many times on Freeform, so I'm just not going to go there again. But I'm just saying Kill 'Em All is just Whiplash and all those songs on there, the Four Horsemen. It's like that is my greatest metal album. Master of Puppets is right there with it, though. I kind of agree with that, and I can't slight that opinion on
Yeah, I
that.
mean, you can't really argue it. You can debate it, but not argue it, maybe.
No,
That's about
Right.
it.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I'm
But
I'm a I think Master of Puppets. No surprise. I think that is the best Metallica album. It's a perfect album. Not a skippable song on there. They're all winners to me. And a favorite metal album of all time, in my opinion, it's up there. I put it in my top five, honestly. I just think, well, Marksley's favorite band, Merciful Fate, Melissa, that's my favorite metal album of all time. But you know what? Different strokes for different folks.
Yep.
I love Master of Puppets, and I wanted to talk about because you guys were talking about the four the 40th anniversary of Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good, getting a new box set. I usually don't go for the box sets very much because I agree with Boogerich. So why are they doing that? You know, it's like, but with Killing Is My Business, that is an album. That is an album that I would like to get the box set for because I do love that album a lot. It's very important to me getting into heavy metal. I think that album's a masterpiece. I even love the These Boots cover. I
ooh,
think it's it's a great album.
ooh,
It's a great album, and I do want to get the box set because I am interested in checking it out, like how it would sound now.
these
I
boots.
dig it. And same thing for Born Again. I'd like to get the remix because
Oh, I'd
I
like to
already
get the
love
Born Again remix to see if it sounds better.
I already love how Born Again
Oh, I
sounds,
love
but
Born Again. Born Again is
I
amazing.
am interested in seeing how it sounds now. But even though I do love the production on Born Again, I think the grimy production kind of is appropriate for those songs.
Hey,
kind of like
Ian
how
Gillan is happy they're
like how
remastering that though.
like how Hotter Than Hell is for Kiss, because the production for Hotter Than Hell complements the songs on that album, just like for Killing Is My Business and for Welcome to Hell from Venom. Yeah, I'd love to get the Killing Is My Business box set when it comes out. That would be great.
You know what? I was at Disney yesterday with my ex and her family, and I'm seeing these people wearing these shirts, Little Mermaid, Mandalorian, and it's all with Iron Maiden kind of cover italics. And I'm going, is Iron Maiden getting any money from this shit? Because that is fucked up. Then fucking put Mandalorian and Iron Maiden italics. Put in the Little Mermaid and Iron Maiden italics. That shit pisses me off. It's like it's Iron Maiden. It ain't fucking Disney. Why the fuck are you making shirts that fucking play off Iron Maiden albums? The fucking Little Mermaid and the fucking Mandalorian. What the fuck is that shit?
Because you've got graphic artists our age and maybe a little younger, love Maiden, love Metallica, so they're gonna put that shit in that text type.
But it's fucking
Well,
horrible.
I was going to ask you something, Mark, about Disneyland after you're done. But go ahead.
I'm just saying I don't like seeing the Mandalorian fucking with they like put like Iron Maiden albums into the fucking I forgot what it said yesterday when I saw the Mandalorian shirt. It's like Peace of Mind or something, kind of like Mandalorian, blah 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 or whatever. It's like or the Little Mermaid, blah blah blah. It's in the Iron Maiden italics. I think only Iron Maiden should do that on their albums, and Disney shouldn't fucking profit off Iron Maiden's fucking artwork. That's just me.
Can like a logo artwork be copyright?
I think it can.
I find it hard to believe that, as big as that is, that Maiden doesn't know about it or they don't care about it. One of the two.
It pisses me off, dude. It pisses me off.
On another note, if
They're pretty greedy with their copyright, and they're pretty they don't like their stuff being copied, so they must be.
That's some wild news there.
I think these are Etsy shirts, dude, and Iron Maiden doesn't know about it.
Could be.
It's fucking stupid.
Hey man, I admit I've bought some illegal shirts in the past, so I'm not going to complain too much.
But the thing is, it's taking a band's known logo and putting it into the fucking Disney shit.
Oh yeah.
No,
well, I'm not profiting on
metal
it.
Metal is not Disney. Disney is not metal. Disney and metal should not be associated with each other. That's just me, and I work there.
Hey, you know the band DAD, right?
Yeah, Disneyland.
We've discussed them.
Yeah,
Disneyland After Dark.
Yep.
So association. I'm just saying.
I'm sleeping my day away.
I also hear Disney's going to be getting into the horror movie film business now. I hear
really.
Too. So, yeah.
By the way, about DAD, which is funny, they were going to go they were going to call themselves Disneyland After Dark until the Disney Corporation caught wind of that and threatened them with a lawsuit.
Right. Disney getting into horror, that's interesting because didn't Universal own Disney or other way around?
No, Disney owns themselves.
Okay.
I
thought that when Rob Zombie did a House of a Thousand Corpses, there was some association with Disney. And of course, when they saw that movie, they were like, or whether it was just Universal and the General or whatever, whoever owned the picture saw that picture, said we can't release this shit. So he ended up shelving it for a year or 2 years until Lionsgate picked it up. Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
here's what it says right here. Disney is venturing into horror, though not always directly under the Disney banner. There's a trend of creating horror movies based on classic Disney characters. Often using the characters. It's kind of like what they get it, I guess, with Winnie the Pooh. Remember they made a horror movie? Fucking Winnie the Pooh was like an axe murderer and shit. So maybe they're trying to do stuff like that. I love it.
I'd love that.
You know what? By the way, I love House of a Thousand Corpses. I love anything with Captain Spaulding.
Devil's Reject is one of my favorite horror movies.
Sid Haig, rest in peace. Did you know Sid Haig was in a James Bond movie?
Yeah, he's in a lot of shit back in
the day. He was in Diamonds Are Forever. He played one of the funeral guys, and they asked him like, What do you think? What do you remember about Diamonds Are Forever? I remember throwing a naked Lana Wood out of a hotel window.
Oh man.
I love Sid Haig. But yeah, that's kind of interesting to hear about that. I will say, anybody that has a Disney Plus account who wants to share it with me.
I would share it with you, but they are pretty what do you call my ex-wife? She can't get it because she isn't in my region. So I tried to share it with her. So it didn't work.
They're cracking down. I know
do.
Netflix is cracking down
I
on
do.
it.
Yeah,
I do.
Netflix is cracking
I
down.
do love. I am a Disney fan, and that kind of brings me to my point about Disney adults. Look, I'm an adult. I like Disney, but these Disney adults, they make it their personality. I'm just kind of like getting the full body cringe from that. Mark, have you ever encountered one of these wacky Disney adults that were like everything's
sure.
Disney to them? They don't have a life outside of it. What do you think, Mark? Yeah, I know you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure
I
he
see
has.
those Disney nerds all the time. It's like,
Oh, I know. They're here too.
oh my
They are
God.
they are so insufferable.
Yes, they.
And I love Disney. I do. I just think it's over the top to like make your personality based on one thing. It's just really weird, creepy.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm seeing people like Disney freaks, dude. Disney freaks, and I'm like, why? Why
Honestly,
is so,
if I'm thankfully I
you know,
got an
it pays
amazing
my salary, so I'm cool with it. But the
I-
thing
I
is,
just-
I just see people like I'm like in the parks and watching all these people wearing Mandalorian, which Mandalorian is like in the Iron Maiden italics wearing shirts like that, or even Dodger shirts where they're wearing LA Dodgers, but it says Disney on it. And I'll go, what the fuck is this shit? Can we keep this shit separate?
But when I was single back then, I would go on these dating websites and these bios would be like, "Let's go to Disney together." I'm a Disney. It's like, you know what? If I see that on like a dating profile, that's a red flag for me.
Hey,
No
man,
thanks.
I get in free to Disney, so I hit up all those chicks. Hey, you like Disney?
But
I
no,
will take you in there for free.
If you love Disney, that's awesome. But if you're just gonna make it your whole personality,
Well, yeah.
just you know what? Maybe the FBI should check one of your hard drives.
I see these people with Disney tattoos everywhere on their body, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I love Disney, man.
I
But,
love Disney
yeah,
too. I
sometimes
work
they
there,
go
you
over
know.
the top.
I
Of
love
course,
Disney.
well, you work there, duh.
Well, I got a lot of shit to talk about Disney, but I can't because I love my job.
Just say D.
I love my job. But
I love.
but you ever talked about
You know what? Yeah, I love. I haven't been to Disney World in man, I can't think 20 years,
dude, I could go to Disney World whenever I want, but I have to pay for a plane ticket though.
It's
But
massively expensive.
did you guys you know how we always see these Netflix biopics on this band, that band,
Yeah.
and this band? The Scorpions are actually getting a biopic called Wind of Change. It's real. It was on fucking Classic Rock website. What do you guys think about that? Are you guys excited to see us Scorpions
Yeah,
biopic?
I'd love to see it. I love the Scorps.
Are they gonna
I'm
cut?
also-
Are they gonna cut out everything of the '70s and just go to the '80s?
I think. Well, I
They'll
think they're gonna go-
probably take it from inception a little bit through the middle, and then they'll end it at the creation of When to Change in that big concert in Moscow. I can see that being a cutoff for their period, just like Queen cut it off at the Live Aid performance.
Yeah, the
It was
Live
up
Aid
to
shit
that
was
point.
was horrible because they were on tour. They didn't get back together for Live Aid. You know.
I will say, well, the band's been around since 1965, and they didn't release their first album, I think, until 1973 with Lonesome Crow. That's a long time, but they cut their teeth working hard to be successful.
If they do a biopic, I want to see Uli John Roth. I want to see Michael Schenker. I want to see Matthias.
I don't know about Michael
I want to
Schenker
see all three of their guitar players.
Look,
I don't
Michael
want to
Schenker-
see just Matthias.
Look, Michael Schenker is my second favorite guitar player. But I don't know if he's going to be in it, man, because I know Rudolph Schenker and him are kind of butting heads a bit.
Yeah, it's brothers shit, you know.
I wish, because I love
Rudolph.
Drive.
Michael is kind of crazy though.
Yeah, he is, but I
He's
love
really
him
crazy.
nonetheless. I love the '70s Scorpion stuff. You know, Virgin Killer and Entrance and
Ride the Rainbow.
Taken by Force, Love Drive.
Love
To
Drive
me,
is like
from
when it goes into Matthias, you know.
Entrance to Love at First Sting is the sweet spot for me. I don't care for anything else afterwards.
You know,
And I know people bust their nut over Loving Rock Believer. I think that album is terrible.
you suck. That album rules.
I like it.
I like
Well,
Rock Believer.
if you guys are looking for like the Uli period of music, a good kind of like start here greatest hits would be Tokyo Tapes.
Fuck
That
yeah!
That is a
Yeah.
great live album.
Fucking great album, man.
One of the best album covers.
Right.
What would you pick? Tokyo
That's my favorite
Tapes or
song.
Judas Priest in Japan?
I'm sorry?
Judas Priest or Tokyo Tapes?
I would take it as a
Judas
quadruple LP. I can't give up one.
You can't give up one?
I can't. No.
Judas
I
Priest.
would say Unleashed in the East. But UFO Strangers in the Night is my favorite. But Unleashed in the East is so badass.
Yeah,
Not
I would
taking
pick,
anything
I
away
would
from
pick Unleashed
Tokyo.
in the East over Tokyo Tapes. And
Tokyo
Twice on
Tapes
Sundays.
is amazing too. I love Tokyo Tapes. You get some unreleased
Tokyo
songs
Tapes
on
was
that.
their first live one, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
I
That
don't
was their
think
first live album,
Scorpions
right?
did any other live albums besides like the
Yeah.
Worldwide
Orchestra
Live
shit.
is I don't
or
Worldwide
Live. Worldwide Live is what got me into Scorpions, basically.
Me too.
It's good.
Me too.
It's a good live album. I just prefer Tokyo Tapes.
I used to have the laser disc of Worldwide Live. That was
Oh,
amazing.
nice.
I used to have that whole laser disc of Scorpions.
My favorite Scorpions album is Virgin Killer.
Virgin Killer is a great album. That album cover
You're
sucks,
a
by the way.
killer. I love that album. Oh, I love Entrance too. But man, Virgin Killer, Pictured Life, and
Who's your
Catch
favorite?
Train.
We'll get into this.
Hellcat.
Since we're
Polar
into
Nights.
Scorpions here right now, who's your favorite
Polar Nights,
lead
man.
guitarist of the Scorpions?
Uli.
Mooger?
I'm gonna go Uli and Rudolph and Matthias. Yeah.
You went
All
with
of
all
them,
three.
I'm gonna go with Matthias because that's the guy who I grew up on.
Yeah, I would
mean,
go with Matthias too.
Yeah.
Matthias is the guy I grew up on.
I say
These are the
Jobs,
solos
Jabs,
that
I
I'm
can't
going to remember
I
in my head all the time because it comes from the classic Worldwide Live. And
Right.
I wore that tape out.
Worldwide Live is one of the best live albums of all time.
Good
We need
job.
to do that on Freeform. We haven't done that on Free. We need to get back to the Freeform Rock podcast live
I
album.
got an idea I'm gonna send you here after.
Yeah,
in a
we
little
need
bit.
to get back to the live album things once a month. We were supposed to do that, but we got lazy.
Yeah. A lot of work doing a live album, especially a long one like that Bob Seger one. There's a lot of work on that, and the Queen
Bob
one.
Seger was awesome. The Queen was awesome too.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think about the Ramones? Dolby Atmos mixes of the band's first albums available. Blu-ray collection of 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't know much about it. Ramones is a band that I would leave alone as far as their production. It was just so Ramones, you know what I mean? Their style, the way they were recorded. So I don't know, man. I mean, I don't, like I said, I don't know much more about it than what you told me, so I have to look into it.
Mooger, what do you think about the Ramones? Dolby
About
Atmos.
Who?
Ramones.
The Ramones Dolby Atmos mixes of the band's first 4 albums available as Blu-ray
okay.
collection. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'd love the Ramones, man, but I don't need a box set. I mean, I like what I like. I've listened to what I listen to, and that's it.
I think the Ramones are better than the Sex Pistols.
Absolutely, 100%.
Way better than the
Twice on
Sex
Sunday.
Pistols. Way
I
better
agree.
than the And
You
the
know
Sex
what?
Pistols.
I think the '80s period of the Ramones is underrated.
But the thing is, the Sex Pistols wanted to do music because they saw the Ramones in England.
I like
That
that.
I was discredited by Joseph Stout. on my very first episode with him, we got into that discussion, and he was like, "No, it was either him or somebody." I was swiftly corrected. I was like, "The Sex Pistols formed because they saw the Ramones," and
Yes.
I was called bullshit on. It was like, "Bullshit, you're wrong," and then somebody went on to correct me. This was like a year and a half ago or so, but I was like, "Oh, okay," and it was somebody, and they weren't mean about it, but they corrected me on that. So.
Chris
That's not cool.
Sinzak is the guy I would respect on Ramon's opinions.
Yeah.
And so Chris, tell us, did the fucking Sex Pistols, did the Ramones inspire the Sex Pistols to make a band? Give us that deets. We love you, Chris. You rule.
The Ramones definitely inspired the Clash.
The Clash. I know that, but I think they inspired the Sex Pistols also.
I think they did too.
I think they did too, man. But let's get to one last thing, man. Kelly Hanson on his final tour with Foreigner. I'm just trying to soak it in all and have a joyful time with it. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, like I said,
both those.
he's earned his stripes in the band. He's been in there a long time. I mean, he's a Lou Graham, no, but you know, he deserves.
Nobody's Lou Graham. Nobody.
He deserves some recognition. I hate the way they used him on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They just used him as a background singer.
Right
I mean,
on.
yeah, he didn't really. I can't remember. Correct me if
but they
never
fucked
done
Lou Graham also on that.
They never done an album with Kelly Hanson, right?
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
they have. Did. Okay, I don't know. I'm sorry.
They did.
Well, then, yeah, he deserves.
Can't Slow Down was an album with Kelly Hanson.
Was it? Okay, I don't remember. But
I've seen Foreigner with Kelly Hanson before.
I have too.
They're great.
They're good,
they were. It was Foreigner, Cheap Trick, and Jason Bond's Led Zeppelin.
I saw that too.
That was.
Is that when Jason Bond was playing with Foreigner too?
That was 2017, right? And Cheap Trick were on fire that night.
Cheap Trick is always on fire.
They should be headlining.
Yes.
When I saw them last year, I was fucking blown away about how good Robin's voice still sounds, man.
Cheap Trick should never open for anybody, even Heart. I'm sorry.
I've seen Cheap Trick.
Didn't we have this episode?
That was more like a kill headline. It really was, because they both had the same amount of time.
If I can just talk about Cheap Trick real quick. I've seen Cheap Trick. I've seen Cheap Trick twice. They nailed it. I saw them open for Aerosmith in 2012 at the BB&T Center in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. They were fantastic. They played a lot of Sgt. Pepper's on that show. They did their own versions of that. That's great. And then I saw them open for Foreigner, and they did On Top of the World, which I was like, yes. I'm like, awesome. Yeah, Cheap Trick is amazing. Yeah. So there you go. Here's my little jerking off session.
What are we gonna do when Cheap Trick and all these bands, Ozzy, all these bands like pass away? What are we gonna do for new music, man? What are we gonna do?
That's why they get these younger rock bands out there, man. That's what we need to do.
You know, I was thinking about that earlier about new bands that try to capture the sound of the 70s and the 80s. You know, I like some of the new bands that come out, but I think the thing I have a little issue with, yes, they can solo like a motherfucker and they can sing their heart out, but man, the real clincher for me, what makes the 70s and the 80s hard rock so amazing is not only the riffs, the memorable riffs, but the memorable choruses. And there's something like a sheen on new hard rock and metal bands that, to me, some of them kind of sound the same a bit to me.
Well, I will give you four.
Some of the new hard rock bands are great, but there's just something missing for me.
I will give you four.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll give you Full Length Black, Dirty Honey.
That's a good one.
Wolf Mother and Rival Sons.
I like Wolf Mother and Rival Sons. Rival Sons to me is very unique. I think they write who's the guitarist in that band?
I forgot, but they are.
But he comes up with some amazing riffs.
Oh my god!
And that's the clincher for me. And Jay Buchanan, of course, is a dynamo.
Fuck yeah.
I love his voice. I love me some Rival Sons. I think they're fantastic.
Florence Black is great too, man.
Well, look, man, this time,
Gunshine.
And, you know,
in this age, there's more music to choose from than I think there's ever been before.
Tuck Smith
Only
from
only
Heartbreakers.
time that rivals it is like the 60s and maybe part of the 70s when there was so much different music you could pick from. The festivals were stacked with bands that didn't necessarily belong to with each other.
You know
And
what? Go ahead. Sorry, I have another band to talk about that.
Yeah, and it's just there's going to be plenty of bands to take the place. You mentioned several good ones, Mark, and there's
Tuck
a million
Smith
more out there.
also, man. Tuck Smith.
Well, some of these bands they're part of our life, man. 40, 45 years these bands have been in our life.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the difference between the newer bands and the older bands. It's just like those older bands are in our soul, man. I mean, it sucks when we hear they're dying and retiring and all that, but yeah.
But the thing is, on this show, we try to find a newer band. We try to find bands that are picking up the rock mantle and keeping
they're out there.
it going. They're out there. You just need to look for them. You don't have MTV. You don't have any of this other fucking shit to
You got this right here.
find them. You need to look at YouTube, or you need to look at us or Decibel Geek.
Podcast in general.
That's the thing. We even if we don't review a brand new band or whatever, we several times will bring them into our tracks of the week and talk.
Yes.
I really dig the Struts.
The Struts is really good.
What I love about the Struts is that they capture that 70s glam kind of sound with their music. I think that first Struts album is great. And I know a lot of people don't like Greta Van Fleet. And yeah, they got tiresome after a while. But I'm not going to lie. I think that EP From the Fires is a great EP.
It's a great EP. I like the first album too.
I'm not just because I'm not a fan of the Greta Van Fleet stuff afterwards. I'm not gonna lie and say that I don't like the EP. I think that EP smokes. Black Smoke Rising. I think Black Smoke Rising is a great tune.
That's great.
Yeah, and yeah, I know who's the vocalist in that band.
I don't fucking care.
He doesn't sound like Robert Plant to me. He honestly sounds like a male Janis Joplin, if you ask me.
But I would just go see Tuck Smith. Tuck Smith is bringing it out there. He's got the 80s, he's got the 90s, he's got the fucking 70s. He's got everything out in one album.
I met Tuck Smith. He was very nice.
Tuck Smith is amazing. And I would tell you guys all go see Tuck Smith. Tuck Smith is one of the best newer artists. Florence Black is awesome too. There's a lot of
they'll never be able to make it live in the States because
Dirty Honey is amazing also. There's a lot of Wolf Mother.
There are.
Wolf Mother is great too.
I think
I haven't heard enough from them. They kind of fell off the face.
No, Wolf Mother's made great. There's not a bad album by Wolf Mother, man.
I don't know who this main. I don't know who this main skin band is.
Manskin is really great too.
I'm looking at this bass player. I'm looking at this bass player, and she's fucking hot.
Dude, I've seen them live. They're Monoskin. I've got their latest LP.
They're great.
They have a song on there where Tom Morello guest on. It's just fucking killer.
I'm just digging watching this bass player.
Have you heard Lucifer?
It's hot.
Have you guys heard Lucifer? Lucifer is amazing.
They're
the Pretty Reckless.
Oh,
great band.
Dorothy, Pretty Reckless.
Great bands.
Lucifer's a fantastic band.
Lucifer is great. Hailstorm, the Pretty Reckless, Starcrawler. Have you guys heard Starcrawler? Starcrawler.
Jerry, watch it long enough, and her boobs always fall out.
I see that. She got the little X's on there too. The tape.
No, she has usually has a star or an X, but they inevitably fall off like halfway.
Have you guys heard Starcrawler?
No.
Yeah.
You guys need to fucking listen to Starcrawler. Lucifer. Great fucking female fronted bands, man. Even SmackDown. Great fucking band.
The latest album from Lucifer is very good.
Plush is a great band too.
I like
a long time, but
yeah,
Pretty Reckless. Oh my
Warning.
God! Great bands, man.
They're coming out with a new album, I think, soon. Actually,
I
pretty
hope.
reckless.
Well, they
Yeah.
they pushed it back because they were opening for the Rolling Stones and
Okay.
AC/DC. You
But
know,
I
Yeah,
think
All right,
they
guys.
have
I
released
got
a
I
new
gotta head
single.
out.
we're gonna
All right,
head
guys.
out. Let's all get out of here, man.
All right, guys. Y'all take care.
Hey, let's just say, check out newer bands. Rock is not dead, like Cobras
Physical
and
media.
Fires say. You guys need to go out there and look for new rock and roll.
Even
Because new
even
rock and roll is
books.
here.
Buy the physical books when they
Buy
I mean,
books,
Kindles
man.
are cool and all, but just buy these guys' books. It's good stuff.
Great shit, man. We're out of here. Later, guys. I love you.
Later, guys.
Bye.
All right. Goodbye.